With the tourist season at its summer peak, if a strike goes into effect, the union is telling locals and tourists alike not to patronize any of the hotels and casinos you see behind me. The contracts for the union members expire at midnight on May 31st, and from there, a strike will go into effect. In Las Vegas, Andrew Kraft, Fox News. The two sides are still actively negotiating and have 90 more days to reach a settlement. In Las Vegas, Andrew Kraft, Fox News. This tanker flight will refuel about 10 to 12 F-16 and F-22s in midair, so pilots can continue on their air-to-air combat training exercises. Along with squaring up with Mayweather in the ring, it will also come with an iOS app eventually that will let you monitor your heart rate, your burn calories, and track your performance. The Hollywood sign is one of America's most recognizable destinations, and tens of thousands of tourists visit it each and every year. But for the residents who live in the surrounding hills, traffic has been a nightmare. Hundreds of these bollards right here already dot the Las Vegas Strip, coming in at around 4 feet tall. They're well anchored underneath the ground, and they're strong enough to stop a flatbed truck traveling 55 miles per hour. I'm standing here in an Airbus A320 that was used in the movie Sully, starring Tom Hanks. And here at Scroggins Aviation, they have a number of different aircraft and helicopters that have been used in countless Hollywood films to film those epic scenes. Petty is still charging ahead at the age of 80, and these cars will go up for auction in May. They're expected to garner in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. The incident began after a shooting was reported on Las Vegas Boulevard in the heart of the Strip, near the Cosmopolitan Hotel. 2 people were taken to University Medical Center. Police are not searching for any additional suspects at this time, and terrorism is not suspected. In Las Vegas, Andrew Kraft, Fox News. As President Trump's approval rating hovers in the high 30s, many people here at the rally still think he's on the right path, but that his agenda is facing struggles internally with members of his own party. In Phoenix, Andrew Kraft, Fox News. Close to the Las Vegas Strip, tourists and locals alike are flocking to this theme park for war, where civilians spend a day in the life of a soldier. Opened in 2012, Battlefield Vegas resembles a military installation with tanks, Humvees, helicopters, and an arsenal of hundreds of historic guns.
We came in with the military theme. We're about 90% staffed by veterans. That gives us a really unique spin, as most of our staff are already highly trained on the weapon systems.
Highlights include the indoor shooting range. Customers can choose from a variety of weapons here at Battlefield Las Vegas, some old and some new. We're going to be shooting the minigun. Crushing a junkyard car while riding in an army tank is another way thrill seekers and military enthusiasts can whet their warrior appetites. It's the most expensive package offered. But before you touch a weapon, safety is prioritized.
Before they even go out onto the range, they go through a safety briefing with our range safety officer. We don't simply hand people machine guns and say, go out to the range and have a good time.
Other arms packages incorporate movies and famous assaults like Battle of Iwo Jima or Saving Private Ryan, which use the same guns of the period. Battlefield Las Vegas plans to expand soon to an outdoor range that will let customers, among other things, shoot flamethrowers and drive tanks. In Las Vegas, Andrew Kraft, Fox News. David may have slain Goliath, but in the Utah Senate GOP primary, Mitt Romney is proving to be most formidable against a flood of lesser-known opponents. Critics say Romney moved to Utah just to win an election, but the former Massachusetts governor has touted his deep connection to the state.
In a little over a month, he's been to 21 of the 29 counties. He's made stops in 40 cities. He's put almost 5,000 miles on his truck, in his 2002 Chevy. So we have been, just circling the state up and down.
11 candidates are vying for the top spot in the primary at the nominating convention in April, some with political experience and some without, but they're trying to see if they can fare against Mitt Romney in this predominantly red state. The crowded field offers a window into the divisions in the Republican Party. Meet Jeremy Friedbaum. He restores old pianos and has run for office before.
If he had gotten his way with not having anybody vote for Trump, we'd have Hillary Clinton as our president today. We'd lose the courts. Corruption would be deeply entrenched, and you shouldn't trust a man who tried to do that.
Romney's early disavowal of Trump still echoes loudly even in the face of a presidential endorsement. Establishment is still a dirty word in 2018 for some. State Representative Mike Kennedy offers the best hope that the race won't be a runaway.
I really believe that we're out of balance right now. Local control for local issues, which really should be most of the issues that we confront. And I would represent the people of Utah. I would bring their values to Washington, not bring Washington values to Utah.
The name Kennedy harkens back to when Romney lost against Senator Ted Kennedy in 1994 for Senate in Massachusetts, while a more distant historical figure also has filed to run.
Well, we wanted people to listen to us, which is no easy thing. So we said, well, what if I dressed up like Abraham Lincoln? So we were walking around trying to get people to sign our petition.
To get the GOP nomination outright, a candidate must get at least 60% or more of the delegate vote share at the state party's convention. This week, a federal judge upheld a state law that candidates can bypass the convention process if they collect 28,000 signatures to force a primary election. In Salt Lake City, Andrew Kraft, Fox News. Nevada officials are going after sham charity websites that claim they're raising money for victims of the Las Vegas shooting. The Nevada Attorney General's office is partnering with GoFundMe and other social media sites to hold these fraudulent actors accountable. They have already taken down one Facebook page that tried to solicit donations and are investigating several others.
The problem is these guys are pretty slick. They don't make it easy to find them. The money will go to like a fake bank account, and the money will disappear and you're unable to trace where it actually went.
Before donating, officials recommend that people take time to investigate the social media campaigns, avoid charities that ask for cash or wire transfers, be wary of sound-alike names, and avoid providing credit card, bank information, or social security numbers over the phone. GoFundMe has set up a list of vetted charities that are raising money for Las Vegas shooting victims. A spokesman for the website said they're making sure resources get to the right place. A GoFundMe page has been set up by a Vegas official and has already raised over $10 million. In Las Vegas, Andrew Kraft, Fox News.
I think that pardon said everything. So she wants to do it, okay, and then we'll appeal all the way to the Supreme Court.
Former Sheriff Joe Arpaio is pushing back after U.S. District Judge Susan Bolton suggested in a new court filing she might leave his guilty conviction in place while dismissing the case. One who is pardoned is merely released from the disabilities attendant upon conviction and has his civil rights restored. He is not entitled to erasure of the record of his conviction. The conviction stems from a contempt of court charge last year when then-Sheriff Arpaio refused an order to stop targeting undocumented immigrants in traffic stops. He was found guilty in July and was to be sentenced October 6th. In late August, President Trump announced he would be issuing a pardon to the controversial lawman. Sheriff Joe Arpaio is now 85 years old, and after more than 50 years of admirable service to our nation, he is worthy candidate for a presidential pardon. Arpaio commended the president's decision.
I'm not guilty. Usually pardons if you're guilty. No, I'm not guilty. And he knows I'm not guilty.
The sheriff called the president his hero and said he would do everything he can to help him in his re-election. In Las Vegas, Andrew Kraft, Fox News.